All right, I think I'm live again. All right, we're live again. Sorry about that quick hiccup. Now you should be able to see my screen. Kenneth Walker for Travion Henderson, straight up. 11th place, full PPR. Lost Neighbors. Traded Aaron Jones, Trey McBride for Breece Hall for higher upside and high score potential. I feel like with Gibson, it's time to buy. Walker has been getting vultured. Yikes. Gotta say, it's a slight no for me. I just, you need to win now if you're in 11th place. Let me check out your roster quickly. You're the team that has Kenneth. Okay. You're projected to lose this week. You got Prescott, Brees. Who's your backup? You got Gainwell starting. Your team needs some help a little bit. BTJ, it's just a bummer, but he'll have better games to come. Dart on the bench. I had Dart on the bench in my league too. I'm kind of annoyed about that. He balled out too. Trav Hunter, Elick. Got Hassan Haskins. That's nice. You know, you could do this. You have running back depth. Start Hassan this week over Kenneth. I do think by a little bit that I like Travion Henderson. This is bold of me to say, but I'm going to go ahead and say yes. If you're looking to make 70% risky, Travion Henderson has higher upside. He's got a clearer path, in my opinion, to being the featured running back. Just because Charbonnet, I don't think is going anywhere. Yes, screen is displaying. Okay. What up? What up, Andrew? What up, N Stucky? Appreciate you guys tuning in. So let's go look at this next one. I said yeah, I'm saying slight yes to this one, which is very against the thread of most experts, but I've never cared what most experts say. I feel like most of the mistakes I make are because I follow the projected points on Yahoo or Sleeper or whatever app when I honestly, my better instincts tell me otherwise. So I already see there's some free agents I like. Mason Taylor, great free agent. Mark Andrews has no value over Mason Taylor in my opinion. Giving up Rico and a chain. This is a no. This is honestly a strong no. No tight ends required. Yeah, this is a no. Rico and a chain, that's two starting running backs. A chain's already kind of a toss-up with Cook, especially 0.5 PPR. Yeah, it's a strong no. Sutton and Tet for London. I have the best wide receiver depth in my league. Second place. London's already had his bye. Tet is a nice hold. Sutton is nice. But yeah, you have Puka already. What your team needs is running back, though. If you're going to give up a wide receiver, you should get running back. I like that you got both Vidal and Hoskins. That's nice. Oh, O'Meara and Hampton. That's why you're lacking running back. I don't know why you're playing Charbonnet over Haskins. Haskins the safer play this week. Watch him get 3 touchdowns. This is a slight no. Wow. Kyle Pitts available. That's a good pickup. Who's his tight end? Darren Waller. I mean, I like Waller, but Pitts is probably better. All right, submitted. I'll check the chat after every couple of trades. I got a lot to get through. 72 trades to get through. My gosh. Okay. Kamara for Scottaboo. It's a strong yes. Everyone else agrees. Strong yes. Mika Collins for Tet McMillan. You know what I'm also going to do while I'm live streaming for you guys? Not look at this. I want to look at these things. There we go. Oh, I don't want this Yahoo Fantasy roster test. I'll terminate that server. One focus. I want that still. Do I have it? I thought I had another terminal tab. I'm going to do some coding on my site while in the background. If you guys haven't seen how people code with AI, this is it basically. You have a terminal, you have Claude Code open, and It's why is the start sit not showing? I'll put on plan mode, so it first plans this out, then I just verify that the plan looks good, and I have it go and do the thing. So I made a start sit feature. I'm going to add it to the site. I feel like people don't know it exists yet. I haven't made a video announcing it. That's how I should probably do this, but I want you guys to be able to ask your start sit questions here. And then what I think will be really cool is everyone can respond to the start sit questions, share your opinion. Did you think this guy was going to play better or this guy? And we'll have a measurable way to see if you were right or wrong. So you'll see, am I right 51% of the time, 70% of the time, whatever it is, and see if other people get it right more often than I do, and be able to sort of rate people's expertise based off of that. How often, what's your actual hit rate, you know? So there, I'm doing my stuff there. Let's go. I don't need this. This is just my tax stuff. Way too much crud here. Just move this down. All right. Somebody said this was a strong yes, because it is. It is a strong yes. Although, 10 teams keeper league. Keep Tet in the 5th round. That's pretty nice. A lot of people are fading Nico Collins, and I understand why. He's not the kind of guy who ever has those games where he gets 14 targets or whatever. Tet is one of those guys. If you're in first place, run with it. Site takes a little long to load after I click. Let me just see what's going on there. There we go. Ooh, there's some failed to load the resource. I don't know what this 406 error is. I need to look into that. Okay. So anyways, I'm constantly updating the site. As you can see, Jacoby Myers, Travis Etienne for Rome Odunze. Tamani Vidal's available. Troy Franklin's available. You got to win now. You're freeing up a player spot. There's 7 teams in the playoffs. That feels like it's a mistake. Maybe it's not, but I don't know how a 7-team playoff works. Look at your team. So right now you're swapping Myers for Odunze. That's an upgrade, and giving up Etienne. Let's see if you can afford to give up Etienne. You got Gibbs, Chase Brown, Kamara. That's not bad. JSN and Diggs. You got some nice receivers. Let's see here. Sorry, I gotta restart my car's air conditioning. Otherwise, I'm gonna burn up here in the valley. Let's see. You got Myers on your bench. So I presume the advantage of this trade for you is that you're going to be getting a Odunze to start over. Well, essentially, you're just going from starting Etienne to starting Odunze. It's 0.5 PPR. You're in last place. Balanced strategy. Hard to say. A lot of these trades are quite close. Purdy's on your IR spot. Who's your QB? May I like. Team's not bad, honestly. I like the team. I am leaning against it slightly. I just think ETN's too valuable, and Jacoby Myers still has value. He's more of a bye-week filler type, but he still has value, especially double flex like this. Who's available? There's good guys available, though. Screw it. Just go for it. Dunze's had his bye. This is a slight yes for me. Mix it up. Ladd and Ferguson for Odunze. This is an interesting one. A lot of trades with Odunze. He's had his bye. His performance so far might be slightly fluky. I think we're going to see more from DJ Moore. Who's your backup tight end? Does not exist. Okay. Yeah, I like your running backs. Worthy, okay. Tyron Tracy's probably a drop. Probably want to start one of these guys over Worthy. Put Pearsall in your IR spot instead of Coker. I would say, Mason Taylor's available. David Njoku's available. Do it. Slight yes. Slight yes, yep. McConkey's going to have some games, though. Ferguson is elite too. Half PPR gets a slight downgrade compared to full PPR. Let's see how this vibe coding is going. Okay, let's look at this. So, all right, let's auto accept those edits. All right, I have to delete some trades because for some reason they just don't post the players. I need to get some data validation so that every trade actually posts player names. What the heck is this? There's no player names. I'm not going to just talk about your roster. It's about rating trades. Oh, crap. Did I just delete an actual trade? Hope not. BTJ for AJ Brown I would not do, by the way. BTJ better. Especially AJ Brown already had his game. He's not going to be as bad. We saw, like, he's at an 80-yard threat. Like, the Eagles are passing a bit more. The team's not as good as they used to be. Jameer for these guys. Normally I say a hard no, but 14 teams is interesting. Had neighbors, yep. You should win this week. Cool. Hurts, McCaffrey, Carter, McLaurin, Stephon, Gibbs in the flex. So essentially you're going to be starting ETN instead of Gibbs. And you get an extra guy to start as well. Hunter Henry, not bad. Let's see. Free agents aren't great. Ray Davis, maybe a pickup. This is a really tough one because Jahmyr Gibbs is that guy. There's only so many guys like Jahmyr Gibbs. Do you need the depth really either? Well, Scary Terry's out this week. Yeah, I'm going to say it's a slight yes. Get your dub. How's the chat? All right, let's see here. Oh, what's up, Denny? I just spoke to this guy a while ago. He saw my first video. I did this video with Tiago Forte way back in the day. That's how my first time appearing online. Sorry, by the way, guys, I'm not wearing my suit today. I feel weird. I'm wearing my Dodgers jersey representing NLCS. Let's go. I have your trade analyzer, just didn't want to overwhelm you. Yeah, this is what happens. I get overwhelmed. I need to create some algorithm that can give you at least some sense of it. I'm also going to make it so other users can respond to trades and get some benefit for their account from that. So, yeah, I built out this trade analyzer. Let's see how this is doing if it's done. Okay, it's done. And so if I go to fansports.com, why don't I see start sit? Is it on localhost? It is on localhost. So I'll just say push the changes live. Maybe I just have to hard refresh the site. Nope, that didn't do it. Cool. We keep going. Keep going. Check my messages to make sure I can bail when my wife gets out of their thing. A lot of NFL news today. Good. Mac Jones is starting. That means I'm safe with Kendrick Bourne. JCM for Zay Flowers. Ooh, interesting. Swag. I love this. No kicker, no defense. Load up during the bye. Is JCM a starter? You got Waddle, you got Javonte. I feel like your team is nice. Yep, second place. Oh, and it's 8-team league. Yo, your team is really nice. Kenneth Walker is this is a no. I just think JCM has more upside to be a league winner in a shallow league than Zay Flowers does. The Ravens just don't have an offense that favors an elite receiver like that. JCM for Quentin Johnston. Oh, it's the same guy. This is another no. I think you got to hold on to him. Johnston also not questionable for this week. I don't feel great about that. I also think Ladd's going to get more. We've overreacted a little bit to the Chargers early season. All right. Jamar Chase for Josh Jacobs. Leaning against it, especially PPR. Josh Jacobs has had his bye, so that's a slight boost. You're in 11th. There's 6 teams to make playoffs. You got Prescott, Travion, Tony Pollard, BTJ, Tet in the flex. I like your roster. Your roster looks solid. Oh, yeah, you have some more wide receivers. I see the issue. You got Pickens on your bench. You got Quentin on your bench. You need running backs. So, yeah, this is a deal. This is a slight yes for you. Jacobs is a lot. I mean, Chase is potentially the best player in the NFL in fantasy still. He could surpass Puka. ETN and T for Breece Hall. ETN and Breece are already close. ETN on a slightly better team at this point. T is getting a boost maybe if Jamar's out, but I don't like him that much. 12 teams, so T has some value. Let's see how many start. 2 receivers and 1 flex. So you have McConkey. You have Rasheed. So T has little value. You've nailed up Egbuka. Caleb is the backup QB. Caleb May is a nice stack. So yeah, I actually think this is a slight yes, but it's close. Who's available? Juwan Johnson, decent pickup. Not that much available free agents. But you got Kamani. I like your squad. I think, yeah, go ahead and upgrade your RB just slightly. It's full PPR. That's a good thing for Breece. Yep, slight yes. How we doing? 61 trades. When I get down to 55, I'll look at the chat again. Xavier Worthy or Brian Thomas Jr., do it. Xavier Worthy is a fragile, super fast man-child. All right, child man. Chuba Hubbard, George Pickens, Josh Jacobs. Yeah, it's a strong yeah. I don't care who's available. Oh, yeah, and you get to pick up a guy like, actually, Miles Sanders out for the year. Not that great guys available, but you're in third place. Run this. Yeah, not so confident for me either. Do that in a sec. Ladd and George for Justin. Last place team is Jefferson. Keeper league, you would keep Drake, May. Yeah, let's roll first place. Who's available? Kendrick Bourne? Yeah, it's a good pickup. Yeah, I should have said slight yes. Can I change it? Oh, too late. AJ Brown, ETN, BTJ, Kamara, Johnston. Okay. I like BTJ more than AJ Brown. ETN versus Kamara and Johnston. Kareem Hunt, they aren't great, these guys. Do you need one of these guys to start? Who would they start over? Flournet? Yeah, do this. You need it for this week. You got to win. Sorry, deleting this one. Can't see what you want to. We got a blockbuster trade, guys. Puka for Jameer. Puka gets a slight edge. Stephon for London. London gets a slight edge. Oh yeah, this is a strong yes. This is a strong yes. I like all your guys you're giving up, but you're just getting better talent, is the truth. Especially just getting Gibbs and London. That's 2 first round type guys. Did my vote go through? Strong yes. Maybe this trade just double posted. All right. J-Jets, JCM, Travion. That's a lot to give up. It's a no. Slight no. I like Terry, don't get me wrong, but he's still hurt. Debo still takes away some of the receptions, some of the targets. Ladd, Carter, Rasheed. You got Puka. You got Egbuka, and you got Marvin. And you got Pickens? Bro, you're stacked. Okay. You don't even need to play Ladd. Who are your running backs? You need a running back, okay. If you need running back, you shouldn't be giving up Carter. You should be playing Carter this week over Harvey. This is a no. How are we doing? Are we at 55 trades yet? Oh, what? I whizzed through that. 52 trades. Let's check the comments. All right. Judy or Troy Franklin? Who would you rather have on half PPR? Tough. I think probably Franklin, honestly. It's really close. Judy could be good, but I don't see the rapport with Dylan Gabriel necessarily. I'm doubting it a little bit. And I like Troy Franklin's upside, especially if Cortland Sutton gets injured or something happens, then we're really excited. And the Broncos offense seems to be getting better as the year goes on. Trade Bucky, McLaurin, and RJ Harvey for Henry and Rice. Interesting. Bucky to Henry is a downgrade. McLaurin and Harvey for Rice. It's a little bit of an upgrade. I need to know more details. Are you trying to go for the playoffs? If you're trying to go for the playoffs, you have a really good roster. McLaurin's injured right now. RJ Harvey's role is going to presumably increase as the season goes on. Dobbins is an injury risk. If we go to Draft Sharks, I wonder what they say his injury risk is. All right, you should be able to hear me now. Guys, give me a note in the comments if you can hear me now. Sorry about that mistake. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is Swift going to fall off, and what value can I get for him? There's a chance the Bears make a trade to upgrade at running back for Swift. That's the main concern. This is the issue now that I've become a fantasy football expert. Is now my friends are thinking they can just ask me all the questions for fantasy football. I'm like, bro, I got 72 trades to go through on my site of people who've paid me money. I have to do that first. But I told my buddy who just texted me, go on the live stream. Can you hear me? Yep, good. Okay, thank you. Good. Okay, sorry about that. This thing ran out of power. This little Rode microphone. Okay. So, Vlad or DK? Hearing rumors of trades for wide receiver to Pittsburgh and feel like the O-line injuries for Vlad, shorter routes. It's a great analysis. I think Vlad gets a slight upgrade over DK. Let me see where I rank them right now. Come on, load. Why is this not loading? Is there an error? There we go. Yeah, DK is below Vlad. All right, so yeah, Vlad is better than DK for the person who just asked. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but I think the upside's higher. I like DK all right, though. Had his buy already. That's a good thing. AJ Brown and ETN for BTJ, Kamara, and Johnston. Waiting for Rashee Rice. Would give you depth. Flournoy. Yeah, this is just a yes because you want to do this. People said strong yes. I'm going to say slight yes. DeAndre Swift and Judy for Tucker Kraft and Mooney. So it's essentially Tucker Kraft for DeAndre Swift and then two borderline wide receivers. Decent. You started tight end. You started Theo Johnson this week. It's rough that you already started Theo. I was really hoping for more out of him last night, but this is still probably a slight yes. I'm just high on Tucker Kraft. I think Tucker Kraft is legit. Cincinnati this week. Run it. All right. Kenneth, Stephon for Judkins. Kenneth and Stephon for Judkins. Good free agents. Tempting. 10 teams, 6 playoffs. You're probably going to make playoffs. Full PPR. Giving up Diggs might hurt. You got Rashad. You got Jamar. You got Diggs. You have solid wide receivers. I don't love AJ Brown. Well, Waddle's all right now, I guess. You got Haskins, too. Wandale on the bench, all right. Who are your running backs again? So you essentially are swapping out Stephon for Judkins as a starter. Kenneth Walker was on your bench. I don't love this trade. I see why people are saying slight no. I like that it frees up a roster spot for you. That's cool. I like how you snagged Pinero. I'm going to say slight yes because in your league, it's pretty shallow. Having that extra roster spot's valuable. Ferguson, Dobbins, Cook, Tungus. Interesting. So you're basically downgrading at tight end to get James Cook instead of J.K. Dobbins. Full PPR. Who are your starters? Dobbins, Gibbs, Lamb, Pearsall. So a little banged up at receiver. You got Swift on the bench. You got Myers on the bench. You got Rice coming back. You got Ridley on the bench. 12 teams. This is an interesting setup here. So, I just don't want my laptop to die. Just tell my friend YT or Twitch. So, Ferguson, I'm leaning against it. Just because I do like Ferguson, especially full PPR. I think it's a slight no. People are saying strong no. I say more slight no. And Dobbins is legit. You're 100% playoffs. Ugh, that's close. You could do it if you want. It's not the worst trade. You could end up winning. Bucky for Javonte. It's a downgrade. Odunze for Kamara, that's a downgrade. Yeah, this is a no. Going mostly for playoffs, this is a no. People, my comments are pretty right. When people say strong no or strong, I usually agree with what people say. This is a strong yes, people say. And I agree. Yeah, strong yes. Ted is better than Jordan Mason. You just don't get many receivers with like Ted that get that many targets that consistently. There are very few in the NFL. Okay, let's just see how this is. Oh, I have to do this migration. So there's a client-side validation. All right, well, I'll fix that shortly. Chase Brown is interchangeable for either him, Scatterboo. Get Scatterboo, bro. Okay. Jamar, Warren, and Scatterboo. This is a yes. With Scatterboo, it's a yes. I love Scatterboo. Maybe you saw my Scatterboo vid yesterday. I've been high on him for a while. I slept on him before the year started. I didn't know if he would get the reps for the Giants, but as soon as I started seeing it, I just went, this dude is special. It's very clear. Seems like a yes, probably. The fact that both Haskins and Vidal are available and the receivers there aren't as good is a little concerning. Non-PPR. Ooh. You know what? Bummer about Lamar this year. Lamar is such an annoying player to have this year. This injury. Get some guys in your IR. Oh, you have CeeDee Lamb coming back. I guess see if you'll do it with Devontae instead. I'll say slight yes. You do want to win now. You're just in 5th place. All right, ETN for Sutton. This just depends on your trade. ETN for Sutton. Does Sutton start? No. Does ETN start? In my opinion, yeah, he should be starting. So I'm going to say slight no. Let's go check the chat. How many trades I got left here? 40 trades left. It's endless. All right. You can hear me now? Oh, there's an echo now, though. My audio jumps in and out. Sorry about this, guys. Talking just to my audio jumping in and out. I'm doing this from my hotspot in my car, so I understand if it's a little shaky. Sorry if it's hard to listen to. I got to improve my tech here. Let's get this mic going again. Should be okay. Test this here. Test. There we go. Audio should be better now. I charge my computer again so I don't die on you guys. Make sure that I don't need to run. Okay. It's working now. Okay, good. Yeah, this microphone's way better. It just died on me. I charged it for a minute. It might die again. I'll keep checking the chat every 5 trades to make sure it doesn't die. All right, Kincaid for Kittle, upgrade. Harrison for Jacoby, downgrade. BTJ for Metcalf, downgrade. Down, down, down. This is a no. People say strong no or slight no. Someone said a slight yes. No, this is a no. Some good players available. Goff, Theo, Taylor. There's good tight ends available. Kittle has some premium upside, but you want to make the playoffs. You're in 6th place. You can't necessarily hold out a couple weeks for Kittle to get healthy. Chase Brown for Rome Odunze. In 1st place. Haskins is available. So yes. Let me just double check your roster. You starting Jalen Tolbert? This is a strong yes. Let's see which one it clicks. I clicked both. Do. My website's slow. I need to code it better. It seems like a strong yes. Just at a glance, you're in 6th. Yeah, this is a strong... I mean, I like Diggs a lot, but Evans? Is there an IR spot? There's an IR spot. Mixon's a mediocre IR stash. You have 2 open bench spots. This is a strong yes. Evans, your 8 teams make playoffs. You're probably going to make playoffs. It's good. Nico for Saquon. Yeah, Kamara's kind of whack. I've been low on him compared to most experts. You're just praying that he matches what he did last year. I hate having players like that, where you just pray that they match what they did last year. You want upside. So, oh God, wait, that's a way crazier trade. Nico for Saquon, though, is a slight yes. I know I probably rank Nico a little above Saquon, but you got nice receivers. So, yes. Get Saquon. Decent buy low. Still, historic season last year. All right, Jamar, Bijan, Justin Fields. My boy Justin Fields. This is a 3-team league. How do you have Jamar and Bijan, and this guy has Jefferson and Gibbs? This is kind of crazy. You're in first. Jamar is somewhat volatile. That was the read on him I had going into last year. I still drafted him as my wide receiver 1 on the whole board, but he is volatile. We saw last year he can also be the best player in the NFL. You're giving up Fields. Who's your backup QB? You have May, so that's fine. I think you lose slightly for each of these. I have Jamar just a little above him. I have Bijan just a little above him. Fields for Henderson is maybe a slight upgrade. There's some good RBs available. This is close. This is close. I like Travion as a stash. You're going for playoffs. I'm going to say... Well, first I'm going to get my car's AC back on. Let's check these. Yeah, I plan to do more trades, more streams like this. I can do it probably every Friday. I'm going to have a kid born any day, so I might have a slight paternity leave from the internet. I'm so alternating here. Oh, there's really good QBs available. Trevor Lawrence, do it. Brock Purdy. Yeah, that's a swing. Oh, Marion Hampton is on IR. Do you need a win now? Yes, you're in 10th. You probably do this trade then. He starts for you this week. Yeah, Michael Carter's not a bad starter. You have an extra bench spot. Who are your other wide receivers? BTJ. You hit on Smith and Jigba. Shakir on your bench. Who are the available guys? Malik Washington, a little bit slim pickings. You're going to have a lot of running backs very soon. Pacheco's a good hold too. But it's a slight yes. Just slightly. Log in to vote. Are you kidding me? Refresh. See how the stream's doing. Is the stream still working? It says I'm live on all 3 channels. Cool. So yeah, this is a slight yes. I don't know why I posted without this the first time once. But I'll respond to the one where I see this first. Down bad. I got offered this. Giving... yeah, strong yes. I like the free agents too. We got Hassan. We got Kamani. Strong yes. Tony Pollard is going down a little bit. I think that Tyjae Spears is more interesting. We're a rebuilding team. Younger guy. Giving Smith and Jigma and Chubb. Getting Cook and A.J. Brown. It's interesting. You need an RB. Your wide receivers are... What league is this? F? Is that... I don't know what app this is. You're starting Chuba. That's sus. You have Puka, JSN, Diggs. Godwin's trash. Sorry. Never been a Godwin guy. I do think it's a slight yes. Yeah, I'll say it's a slight yes. You do upgrade your RBs enough. Waiting on the page to load. Let's see. Gotta constantly check. Jacobs for Egbuka. Well, who are your backup running backs? You got Scat, full PPR. I think I'm just light no for me. Jacobs is so darn solid. Jay Jets, DeAndre Swift, Drake May. Who's your other quarterback? You got Jaden Daniels. That's an upgrade. Okay. Dobbins and White and Smith. You upgrade to Jameer. You turn Swift and him into Flowers. Does Flowers start for you? Sometimes. Full PPR is good for Flowers. I'd say it's a slight yes. Close, but slight yes. Egbuka for Chase. Yes. I love Egbuka, don't get me wrong, but Chase is different. Jake Ferguson, elite tight end. Downgrade to Brenton Strange, droppable. 12 teams. Hassan is available in 12 teams. That's crazy. You're in third place, full PPR. I like getting Tet. Seems like you're giving up a lot, though. And I like getting O'Marion. Who's the tight end available? And Njoku's available, so that's a slight yes. I don't even need to look at your roster to know that. Okay, I'll do this database migration another time. All right. I wanted to ask Claude about... What did I want to say? No, let's just do this one first. I can delete this duplicate trade. Oof, we're almost down to one page. 26 trades. Saquon for JCM and BTJ. They're good free agents, though, so it's basically Saquon and Hassan, or Shaheed. Full PPR. You're in fourth. 10 teams. You're starting DK. Who are your other running backs? Travion. Drop Fannin, honestly, for one of these guys. But, I think it's a slight no. This is close, but slight... Well, you're not super win now. But you're somewhat win now. This basically ensures you make the playoffs. Your depth is so good. We got to be a little worried about Saquon. Okay. You downgrade a little quarterback, Hurts to Daniels. You upgrade a little bit at wide receiver, Metcalf to BTJ. Full PPR. Prescott's available. So that means Daniels' injury risk is a little bit better. I'd say it's a go. I'm going to check the stream again. Who are the other admins that vote on the trades? Me, myself, and I. Any premium user can vote on trades. Any premium user can vote on trades. Sell Chuba and Tony Pollard or hold. I would sell. If no one wants him at all, then hold. I mean, I think a team in first would have some value for him. Who are the other admins that vote on trades? Yeah. I'm gonna make so anyone with premium access to the site can vote on trades, and it's cool to see that you guys do. That's a really good sign that you guys are participating because my followers tend to be pretty knowledgeable, from what I've seen at least. You get Kyron. Elick is, boom bust at this point. Both these guys are available, which is crazy. Both of them are better than Elick. You're giving up maybe the best tight end in football. So you got to pick up one of those running backs, my guy. Pick up your O'Marion backups if they're available. That's crazy. You have Trevor Etienne and Isaiah Bond, but that's insane. Get Haskins or Vidal. Maybe this is before waivers. And don't do this trade. All right. Kenneth, let me get the proper matchups here. It looks like a strong yes because you get Egbuka. He's the best guy in the deal. But you give up 2 Seattle running backs and Worthy. I'd say it's a slight yes. You need better wide receivers? You get better wide receivers. This is a yes. Kendre Miller also upside to be the lead back soon. I didn't realize he was only 23, and he has a decent draft profile. So they'll want to see what they have with him. They know what they have with Kamara. Probably a guy you trade to a team that needs a receiving back. All right, John T. I realize John T leads the whole NFL in broken tackles. Cool stat. He also is getting very little blocking. I think his average contact is behind the line of scrimmage. It's like negative yards when he gets first contact. So he needs to break tackles. Receiving, Tet and Warren. It's close. I think I like it just because you're upgrading tight end. I don't like Laporta that much. He's too boom bust for me. And Njoku available, I honestly like better than Laporta. Some good free agents. I say it's a slight yes. I should have probably done these in reverse order, but it's all cool. I'm going to get through everything. A chain, Brees, and Elick for this. That's a strong to the no. Oh, you're not trading both. Okay, give me a strong yes if I should trade Brees, a slight yes if I should trade a chain, or a no if I should just keep them both. I think you should keep them both over O'Marion at this point. Well, you're in second place. Yeah. I think you got to keep them both. Puka for a bunch of fillers. No. There's good guys available too. Don't do it. Yeah, you can vote. I need to make that more clear, I guess. So if you've joined Premium, you can vote on trades. I'm going to introduce a whole profile feature. That's what I was going to try to describe. Set a username. See a list of trades they've voted on with their votes and start sit decisions they've see. I just put in this plain language, go plan mode. Ask for it step by step. All right, giving up the whole house for Puka. This is a money league. All right. Baker, Brees, Taylor. You're giving up a lot, my guy. Let's see how your bench is. Your bench is filthy. Wow, what is going on? You just want Puka. Who's available? Free agents look like they kind of stink. Your team is filthy. Your team is really ridiculous. Hold your squad, man. Yeah, this is a slight now. I don't see the pickups being worth as much. Normally, I love a 3-for-1 where you get the best player like that. Puka and Olave for these three. So you turn Olave starting. This looks to me like an upgrade. You're in 5th place. Bourne is available, though. I think it's a slight yes. Check out the stream. Should you play Pitts or Fannin? Pitts. Fannin might do it this week, but Pitts is just safer. Pitts has looked good this year. This is Pitt's best season. How many we got left? 17. Let's see what the terminal said for this. Database migration, profile.html, profile.css, profile.js, update nav, test username updates, test vote/pick history display. Nice. Auto accept edits. All right. $17 left to go. Let's fire through these. Make sure my mic's still working. Battery's a little low. Time to switch from charging my laptop to charging this guy. Okay. So, Brees, Devon, and Godwin for this. This is a no. Oh, you said to ignore this one. I'm going to delete it because you said to ignore it. Respond to that guy already. Brock and DeAndre for Josh Jacobs. If you don't have faith in him, then yeah, I get it. Ertz is available. Schultz. Kind of tough tight end Pickens. But let's see your RBs. DeMarcado is nothing now. You got Pitts. I'd say it's a slight yes, too. Bucky. Godwin. By the way, you guys should follow along with me and respond to these. Bucky and Godwin for CD. Maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't. Godwin's a nothing. So it's basically Bucky for CD. And Mooney is available, or Golden is available. Pick up Golden, man. Upside. Got nice receivers, except Godwin is trash. Looks like it's 2 flex starting. I'd say this is a yes. Bucky and Nodunze for Bijan. Yeah, let's see what the Bucky re-injury is. So I like to go, there's some doctors on X I like to follow. Bucky Irving risk re-injury. It's a foot sprain. Dang, he's getting all emotional on Instagram, Bucky. That's not a good sign. Foot and shoulder. He's getting better by the day. That's vague. So you know what? This is probably a yes. And there's good free agents. So yeah, this is a yes. And get Golden. Jacoby, Saquon, DJ Moore. Normally I would have said no to that, but the context was very useful. Jacoby, Saquon, DJ Moore for Derrick Henry, Ted McMillan. Gonna quickly check. I don't think you're getting enough. I think you're selling a Saquon a little short. There's some good free agents available. I like that you're giving up a guy, but it's not quite enough. Waddle and Love for Hall. Do you like Love? Is your starter Bo Nix? You're going to be debating Love or Bo Nix every single week. I don't think it's worth it. Who are the free agents? Tua is available. Dart is available? Get Dart. Or Lawrence. Okay. So Love has no value because these guys are better than Love, or at least equivalent. So Breeze for Waddle is a no. Rome Odunze for George Kittle. And Hunter Henry. This is too much. You're in last. Dang, you're last and you have Rome. What? Krosky Merritt's a free agent? That makes me rethink this almost. Bro, just pick up these guys. What the heck? These free agents are insane. It's supposed to be from a while ago. I hope they're not still free agents. You have London and Odunze. So you got some stacked receivers. And what is happening? But you got to win now. You're in last place. How are you in last place? I don't understand. I still got to say slight no here. Even though your receivers are stupid. I don't know what this trade is. Shoot. God, I got to fix this. Delete. Delete. Chat, how we doing? All right. Oh, we got some more questions. Let's check it out. All right, grab Romeo Doubs or Kendrick Bourne. Definitely Kendrick Bourne. Definitely Kendrick Bourne. Romeo Doubs is so boring. I know he has some good weeks, but he's not consistent at all. I've had him for years. I traded away David Montgomery and Wandale for AK-41. Am I a fool? I don't think so. Wait, who's AK-41? People have been referring to AK. I just don't know nicknames. Oh, Kamara. Yeah, a little bit of a fool. I don't think you win that. Week 3 trade I did gave Bowers and Chase Brown to get Jonty and Egbuka. Yeah, you're just crushing the trades, my guy. That's great. Both these are good ones. Work league. Give him that work. All right. So 12-man redraft. Thanks for following along, Biggie Bees. Oh, God. This is tough just to reading your whole roster there. Do the votes only show up when refreshed? The votes should show up. It just takes like 5 seconds for them to post for some reason. Got to delete this one too because we don't have players. Don't worry, I'm going to fix the data validation to make sure you guys don't accidentally submit trades without players. We got 7 trades left. That's all. Got 27 emails to read. Yikes. Okay. So I have the data migration to do. I'm going to do all this in a bit. Diggs for Johnston. Now we have, this is the trade they were talking about. Kendrick Bourne and Ridley are available. There's good receivers there. Going mostly for playoffs. Whew, that's tough. I'm going to say slight. I know I have Johnston ahead of him. He just feels like a slight no to me. Slight no. I like Diggs. What can I say? I can Diggs it. All right, I got to see where I rank Diggs to make sure that I'm actually high enough on him. Nope, I'm not. He should be above a couple of these guys. At least Pickens. Yep, moving him above Rice too. Yeah, to see how the admin panel works in my rankings. All right, you can see my max getting low on power, so I got to hustle through these. So this is still a slight no. No, it's a slight yes in full PPR, actually. Rome, O'Marion, Henry, Collins. Do this. This feels like it'd do it. It's close, though. Just getting Henry for O'Marion. You're in 6th place. You could use it. 6-point pass TD. Interesting. I'm going to start from the bottom. Start it from the bottom. Henry and Pearsall for Hampton and Coleman. That's a no. Pearsall. I don't like Coleman at all, really. Kyron and Odunze for McCaffrey. Free agents kind of stink. At least based on that. You're in 1st place. Nice. Full PPR. McCaffrey gets a boost. Oof, it's close though. Do you have the bench? Oh, your bench is really solid, yeah. JCM, Odunze, and Rice on your bench is a slight yes. Sorry, I gotta delete that. Nothing there. One trade left. One trade left. Let me check the chat quick, see what you guys are up to. Stay mold in the chat. Appreciate y'all. Let's go look at this. ETN, Scataboo. That's Scataboo. Hawkinson, McBride. That's McBride. JCM. So you're giving up some good guys here. You're in third place. Free agents don't look great. I'm leaning slight no for this. I love Scat. You have Hawkinson in. Just to save you from Hawkinson's. But Godwin starting? Yikes. Yeah, you need wide receiver. Get wide receiver if you do this trade. And you had Bijan already too, yeah. No trades left. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into the live stream. Again, let me know what you thought. I'm going to be updating my site, Fan Sports. I'm going to do some of the SQL migrations right now to get some of that more stuff live. Try to make the votes appear more quickly, too. I need to investigate that. I got a coding intern guy who volunteered to help, who's awesome. I'm going to maybe stick him on that. Ryan, shout out to Ryan. Niners fan. Makes me want to root for the Niners almost, but, go Chargers. All right. Appreciate you all tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.